his hands up here. Final round. And you got to believe the way we have been viewing it, that Tommy Morrison may be on the verge of ending the career of George Foreman. Foreman could choose to continue should he lose here tonight, but that's highly unlikely. He has indicated that a loss would send him into final retirement after his glorious career, especially the second round of that. Morrison cannot afford a mistake. His corner says, be tight, be close, don't leave yourself open. And he lands a good right hand.
And Tim, knowing George's mind the way I think I do, if he loses the fight, don't be surprised if he doesn't say he's going to fight again.
As for a rematch, maybe. But George Foreman, 75 fights in his illustrious career, only 3 losses, maybe looking at number 4 at age 44. For Tommy Morrison, it would get the monkey off his back. Silence the skeptics.
Good right hand by George Foreman.
Short right hand.
Short right hand.
George Foreman showing that great championship quality, doing all he can. Is it enough? Hasn't backed up since the fight began, but has taken most of the punishment.
Timmy's a physical model. At his age, if he ever go these 12 rounds.
Even had a word for his corner there. We couldn't make it out. George headed to sitcom heaven there at ABC when the fight is over here. We'll begin filming in July.
Hooked by Tommy Morrison. Combination. Again, George is really frustrated now. Really frustrated. He's trying, but he just can't seem to be able to put it together.
Under a minute to go in the fight.
You can just see Tommy Morrison getting home first, beating George to the punch. No matter how long George has him trapped on the rope, Morrison still beats him to the punch.
And Morrison with a good left jump, but I don't think as punishing as it appeared. Morrison had his hand up and he kind of leaned back on the ropes.
There's a bad Tommy Morrison.
Loose tape on Foreman's glove, and Morrison happy about this development. A little breather for Morrison. Only 35 seconds remain.
That was a break for Tommy Morrison. And again, they head to the controversy of Bill's Lane. Oh, he certainly did the right thing by stopping the fight, fixing that tape. And he didn't put the tape on George's glove.
Following the rules, I don't think there can be any controversy if it's loose again. They didn't repair it well. And he calls time with 11 seconds left, and they keep fighting.
And Bill's Lane lets them fight.
He's calling time again. And the bell sounds, ending the fight. It really doesn't matter. It is moving. Tommy Morrison with the look of a winner. The 24-year-old from Kansas City. Only one defeat on his record, not at the hands of Ray Mercer, but a lot of skeptics about his ability. And no doubt some of those will be saying, well, if he wins this, he should have been able to stop the old man. But we saw how tough, how strong George Foreman still is at age 44.
What a competitor he is. He almost never wants to face defeat. And Angelo was steaming George up a little more, telling him he was right about Mills Lane.
Tommy got it at the end of the fight, Gil.
Well, Tim, I have Tommy Morrison winning by a wide margin. With the point deducted, I have Morrison 117, Foreman 111. I didn't give him any credit for his aggressiveness because it wasn't effective aggressiveness. He chased Morrison, chased him, and when he caught him, he got nailed.
You got to throw punches for sure. He didn't throw enough of them, in my view, either. I thought Tommy Morrison fought a very intelligent fight, stuck with his plan, and I think he deserves full credit for a victory I expect he's going to get. Let's find out if he did. We go now to our host, James Brown.
All right, Timmy, thank you very much. And as we await the decision from Michael Buffer, three things come to mind. Quickly, all fight fans certainly know that George Foreman offered some advice to Tommy Morrison after that fifth-round brutal beating at the hands of Ray Mercer back in October of 1991. The question is, did that advice come back to haunt George Foreman tonight? Number two, a much more serious work ethic displayed by Tommy Morrison tonight. He was in excellent shape. We'll get back to the third point after the most important point, and that's the decision. Let's go back down to Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you the winner of this bout will be the WBO World Heavyweight Champion. We go to the scorecards. Dalby Shirley and Patricia Jarman both score the bout 117 to 110. Jerry Roth scores the bout 118 to 109 for the winner and new champion, Tommy the Duke Morrison.
So Big George Foreman, in fact, may have had that advice come back to haunt him. Tommy Morrison, I think, answered an awful lot of questions. The third point that I was going to make, Tommy Morrison has said repeatedly that he did not want nor like the label of the Great White Hope. He said he did not like the connotation. But in fact, he knows that it has an awful lot of benefit associated with it, but he proved it in the ring, that is. And as we take a look at what the final punch stat revealed, Tommy Morrison followed his game plan superbly, delivering on 46% of his punches, but they were very, very well executed, especially delivering that left hook when it was needed. As we take a look at the jab, well, you heard Gil Clancy and Tim Ryan say he needed to deliver that a lot more, although he did not connect on as much as George Foreman. Nonetheless, it was quite effective. And right now, let's take you back down ringside to Tim Ryan.
Thank you, James. I'm with the winner here and the new WBO champion, Tommy Morrison. You did a great job in this fight. You were in control all of the way. I think the only thing that we were wondering about as the fight progressed seemed to me that you got tired early. Gil Clancy thought it might be a problem late. It proved not to be. Can you talk about that?
Well, one thing that we concentrate on is pushing ourselves to the limit in the gym. When you push yourself to the limit, you get to know your limits as a fighter. That's one thing that hurt us prior to the Mercer bout. We'd never been past the 6th round, but we did a lot of extra work to try to prepare for this because we knew it was going to come with someone as big and as hungry as George. He fought a hell of a fight, just a matter of just a little younger and a little quicker.
Well, and you stuck to your game plan, I thought, very intelligently throughout. What did George say to you at the end when he came over to your corner?
He told me that I did a hell of a job. He told me God bless, he loved me, and he said never cuss in front of people.
Well, good counsel from a guy who's certainly been a credit to his sport, brought so much life into the heavyweight ranks. Now people are going to expect the same from you, Tommy. What do you want to do right now apart from rest?
Well, at this point, I'm going to go home, relax for about a week, and I'm going to continue working because one thing that I didn't do prior to the Mercer bouts, I didn't always utilize my time the way that I should. As a young athlete, sometimes that's difficult. But I'm a more dedicated athlete at this point and a more mature athlete, and I want to prove it to the world.
It seemed like, from what you told us yesterday, your trainer, Tommy Burgess, you had a game plan to jab, to move, to be intelligent, not make mistakes, and you carried it out.
One thing that George Foreman is a very hard puncher and has a devastating jab, but one thing that you can't let him get set. That's one thing that the jab did for us is make him reset each every time that he's set.
All right, we've got George Foreman here who has already congratulated you and given you good counsel not to cuss in public. George, is this, I'm sure the first question everybody wants to know, you lost, is this it? What about White Joan, and what are you going to do?
Well, I've got a date with Kentucky Fried Chicken, and it's those buffalo wings that I'm interested in. Now, a lot of people like the original chicken, but I'm against it. I like the crunchy-fied.
After you eat the chicken.
Yeah. Then I got a date to eat some wings because I'm cooling out on the hamburger. It's going to be 2 hot dogs and 1 bun, and I'm going to eat my head off. I've had a great stay in boxing. I've enjoyed it. It's a wonderful time. The people of Las Vegas have always come out in numbers to see us fight. We're so happy about the turnout, and it was a good fight, 12 rounds. For the first time, a fight went a long time. The people are proud. I'm proud. The judges have spoken. And may God bless everybody.
It sounds like you're saying goodbye for boxing.
Well, I don't intend to
Hello,
box.
TV.
That was my goal. I fought for the title twice, and I enjoyed myself. Now I got to raise a herd of children.
George, nonetheless, this was another great performance by you. Maybe not in terms of the scoring punches over the course of the fight. You showed at 44 you had the stamina, you had the nerve, you had the pride to go to 12 and try to make a fight of it all the way to the end.
Yeah, I almost started to knock him out, but I said, look, the kid's gone for 12 rounds. I'm not even going for a knockout. I then realized I lost the fight, so I should have went for the knockout. But I'm going for the chicken, I tell you. Man, I'm hungry now. I went I don't know how many days without a good meal. I'm going to settle down and get me some rice and gravy.
Are you saying farewell to the game?
Oh, well, I'm going to be sticking around to kind of enjoy it because boxing's really been good to me. So I'll be helping out. HBO still got me with them, and they serve some good meals in between fights.
You're still a good bobber and weaver, too, George. Thank you very much. Congratulations for a fantastic career for George Foreman, and congratulations to Tommy Morrison, who's the new WBO champion and certainly has bigger things in mind. Now let's go up to our host, James Brown.
All right, Timmy, thank you very much.